Okay, so let's do that. Let's go. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to my stream. I hope you're all doing okay. I'm Pierre, your host. And I just finished my stream on Instagram just about 40 seconds ago. So I'm going to, first of all, start off my YouTube stream with a big swig of water because I'm already dehydrated. I've been talking for about 15 minutes. That is good. So, my friends, let's not waste any time. We're going to go over to the computer. We're going to check out what we did yesterday, and then we'll start our day from there. So, yesterday, what did we do? Well, we started off by tackling the centerpiece, the lower of the two centerpieces. And I decided to do my traditional nuclear mast person. And then decided to do the whole thing in grays, just to contrast with the rest. And then we finished off the day by adding a second coat of this beautiful purple, just for the simple reason to hide the brush strokes of our first coat. So what are we going to do today? Well, I'm going to start off by putting down the second coat of this, and then I'm going to start painting this. What am I going to do here? I was hesitating between one of my guys with the oxygen mask with a front view, and then I was thinking also of maybe just doing an hourglass, because I am totally riveted by time, the meaning of time. How does it work? What is it exactly? How does it come about? And I just find it fascinating when you think about it, because time is plastic, it's flexible, it stretches, it shrinks, and actually time can actually stop theoretically, right? When you get close to an extremely massive object like a black hole, well, they say that time actually will freeze when you get to the horizon of that black hole. So it's a fascinating thing. And we notice it as well when you're having fun. Time flies. When you're having a drag, time slows down. It's a pretty fascinating thing. And our perception of time, I am sure, is linked to the mass that we are involved in. And our mass, of course, that dominates our life is not the mass of the sun, but the mass of the earth, right? That is what determines everything. And our time that we are used to is really close tied to the mass of the earth. And when you put these high level clocks on synchronized on a high level plane, one that's near sea level, well, you can see that time runs faster the further away you are from a massive object. So anyways, so the hourglass comes back a lot in my paintings. The theme of time, space-time, all those things come regularly in my paintings, and that's what we are going to do today. So, enough talk, and let's get to work. What am I going to do here? I am going to start off by putting the second coat of grays on the face, on the background. So let's get some black paint, let's get some white paint. Let's start mixing everything up. And more importantly, let's get to work. So, get my faithful knife. Little black paint there. Little black paint here. There we go. Okay, now let's grab some white paint, make some grays. So a little bit of white paint there and a little bit of on the other side as well. So we don't mix everything together. We're going to need 3 shades of gray. So let's keep the materials clean. I'm going to clean off my knife before I do anything. There we go. Is that clean? There we go. I don't want to get any white paint in my black, and especially no black paint in my whites. So we have that done. And I need a paintbrush. And for the second coat, I'm going to use a softer type brush. Something like maybe this one here. Because the whole goal of this second coat, of course, is to hide the brush strokes. So, what am I going for? The outskirt? Okay, let's go. I'm going to go and do the middle gray first. So, let's find that middle tone. Not too dark, not too light. So let's blend in everything. If I was mixing a bunch of colors, I would probably go to my camera number 1 over there and do this together with you guys. But really, it's not that exciting. So that looks pretty much the right color. I just work it in such a way that we don't have any black or white streaks in it. There we go. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to bring over the camera. Let me just switch over to, there we go. Let's bring the camera over. I'm going to offset it so I'm not in front of the lens while I'm painting. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, just like that. There we go. And I'm going to grab my chair. Okay, so let's go to camera number 1 and let's get to work. So I know that these colors tend to darken when they dry, so I'm just adding a little bit more white because I noticed this was awfully kind of dark for my intermediary gray. Looks like this would work better, so. Very good. There we go. I noticed yesterday I wanted to do this, but I figured I'd wait for the paint to dry. There will be a black outline to everything anyway, so. There we go. All right. Now for our darker gray, just bring in a little more of the black paint, blend this. Add a little bit of water. This looks pretty good. I really don't need all that much paint, so. Just want to make sure everything is really blended in here. Okay. Wow, that is quite a bit darker. It doesn't matter. Just like that. Ah là là, bordel. All right. Okay, very good. Let me just step back for a second. All right, why not? Now for the background, I am just gonna get some light gray, and I'm just gonna do like some shadowing to our background. Leave it the way it is. See if I can get just a little bit lighter, just a little bit darker to make that background just a little bit richer. That is a little bit what the goal is. So I'll just bring the camera over like that. And let's see what this gives. Just a little bit of shading like that. Very good. Now I'm going to just make it a little bit lighter as well. Do the same thing. Just make it a little bit lighter. And just kind of work this so it's just want to lighten it up a little bit. All right. Then I guess maybe we can just do the eyeball as well. I want that to be light gray. Again, there is that black outline around there, so no need to flip out. Move this baby back. And then we are going to tackle this hourglass, and I'm going to draw it first. So, find the right pencil. Make this nice and symmetric. So, okay, so that's the outline of our hourglass. Something like that. Just eyeballing the whole thing, really. And then basically there, basically something like that. Nothing has to be very realistic. That is not what we're aiming for. We just want to basically get the general idea out there. Drop my pencil in my work box. There we go. Nothing better than having an eraser that makes a bigger mess than what you had before. There we go. Okay. So where's my little ruler? Here it is. There we go. And we want this way. Just curved in a little bit like that. Curved out like that. Right? There we go. Salut, ça va? Ouais. Ah, oui. Ben, c'est Pete qui a oublié de fermer la porte, un copain qui vient d'arriver.
Ah, d'accord.
D'accord. Ben, il est chez Jalil, je vais lui dire.
Ok.
Ah. Oui, à tout à l'heure. Okay, so we got all that done. Now what am I doing? Okay. Thinking, that's what I'm doing. I'm thinking. Thinking. So, got my paintbrushes here. And let's just go for it. I'm not sure exactly how. Let's go for the medium gray, I guess, maybe, which will be our box, basically. Well, this is a little bit too dark. I'm going to just lighten it up first. Let me bring camera number 1 a little bit closer here and turn that one on. There we go. There we go. Let's get one side, then the other side. So maybe I'll play some music while I'm concentrating on all this stuff. Like that, I can just concentrate on what I'm doing. There we go. figure all this out as we go along. Of course, this is just the first coat, right? All the details will have to be worked out once everything is nice and dry. And that will be tomorrow's problem. Okay, I'm adding more white in the paint here because I'm going to shut off the music for a few seconds, but I'm not satisfied at all with this background, so I'm going to just paint over it. Screw it. It didn't come out the way I was hoping it would. I'm not surprised though, because I could tell while I was painting it that I didn't really have the right paintbrush. And that's what happens when you try to wing something when you know it's going to screw up. Well, it screws up. You know, sometimes you're a little bit lucky and sometimes you're not. And this time I wasn't at all. Actually. So I'm going to just paint over the whole damn thing and we'll start over tomorrow. So let me just make some light gray here. Just make it a little bit darker here. There we go. So I'll bring back my chair. And I'll bring down camera number 1 because the background, the shadowing is just kind of totally ugly. So let's go and we'll just do it over. What the hell? That's the nice thing about painting. Fuck. Nice thing about painting is that you can go over things. And that's what I'm going to do right now. Yep. When you don't like something, you just go over it and fix it. Just like that. There we go. As though nothing happened. If you don't like it, you fix it.
Didi,
Bonjour Claudine, ça va?
pas trop.
Ah, qui va pas?
Non, diverses choses et entre autres, là je monte, je vais me faire le test. Je me demande si j'ai pas le Covid.
Ah bon, à ce point-là, t'as une fièvre et tout?
J'ai pas la fièvre, mais je me sens tellement faible.
Ah, pourquoi t'es venue?
Parce que j'avais un rendez-vous avec des clients de Saint-Tropez. Je pouvais pas ne pas y aller. Ils sont là que pour ce soir. Aujourd'hui et jusqu'à demain matin. Donc, c'est pas, ils vont pas m'acheter un truc énorme, ils vont m'acheter qu'un bijou, mais
Ouais,
50-60 balles, c'est pas mal aussi.
ouais. Bon. So. Let's see where we're at. Let me just zoom in a little bit with my camera here. Have one shot there. Well, that's the view from camera number 2. Well, no, that's camera number 1, I guess, right? There's camera number 2. And then as you zoom in, you have camera number 1, just like that. And I guess maybe just to do my movie part, I will maybe just bring this in like that and have a close-up of the top part. Just like that, just for a second or two, so that I can do the editing to my movie. Just like that. Just going to add a second of that one, and then I'll just come in and do this one also, just for a split second. Just like that. Okay, so let me get this camera out of the way. Anyways. Thank you, my friends, for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this little session. Just a quick hour of putting down the first coat. We'll deal with all this tomorrow as we add the second coat. I want to thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to leave you, like I always do, with 2 things. I'm going to leave you, first of all, with my schedule, and then by saying, ciao, mes amis.